What's up, guys? Irascible Crab here. Welcome back to another episode of our Horizon Zero Dawn Let's Play. This is episode 18. I know I said in the last video that we were going to go do this quest. However, I have had a change of plans. And we are going to do the main quest. Because I believe... I do truly believe that the last power cell we need is in this quest, and I would like to get that power cell, complete Ancient Armory, and then grind on some side quests. Because I know we're kind of getting close to the end of the main story, but I don't want to have just like the end of the main story and then a bunch of episodes just grinding side quests. So I know it kind of sucks for those of you that just want to see the main story, but at the same time, that's my goal with this series, is to kind of not 100% complete it, but I want to finish all the side quests we have started. I'd like to grind some of the collectibles, see what we can get for those. So I will be doing that, and then we can go back over here, wherever it is. It's not those ruins. This bunker right here, and we can get that shield weaver armor. So with that said, we're gonna fast travel here and work our way on this quest, because my armor right now is okay, but we've been taking a ton of damage. We've went through a lot of our healing resources. I don't think there's too many enemies in this main quest, if any. They're probably machines. If I remember correctly, I think there might be a Stormbird that we have to fight along the path. With that said, there is also a possibility I can do what I have been doing in some of the other episodes and kind of just running past it, but a Stormbird is not something that you can generally do that with, just because they'll catch up to you. But we've got a long ways to go. It looks like we're kind of stuck along this path right now. There's snap maws there. I don't think I can really avoid them. The best thing I could do would probably just to be doing what I'm doing now. Before I forget, let me craft some extra ammo. We still, I have not found any raccoons. I also haven't been looking for them, but before we, because I know we're starting to get close to the end. Before we do end up doing the last mission, the last main quest in the game, I would really like it if I could upgrade that sharp shot bow quiver. Even if it just upgrades to 20. Let me check. Carry capacity. Sharp shot bow. Yeah. So even if it upgrades only to 20 and I can't get the next one, I feel like after I do the after I do that one with the raccoon bone, I believe the next one is with a fish bone, and that should be a lot easier to actually get. So if we have to, oh, I did I thought I only loaded 2 arrows, so I was double checking that. If we have to, a fishbone is a lot easier of a resource to get than a raccoon bone is. Lots of fighting going on over there. I'm not interested in that. I'm just looking for raccoons, which I do not see any. Is that a fox? I have no clue. Oh, it's right there. Yeah, it's a fox. Since it's right there, I'll grab it. Can we not get up this way? I think you're meant, yeah, you're meant to go around it. Can I scan that from here? I don't exactly know what that is. Is it might be a behemoth. I mean, we are kind of in like the most dangerous part of the map. Probably other than if I show you here, this is probably the most dangerous part of the map up here, other than maybe this area down here. That's my opinion. Sure, there's lots of glint hawks and everything over near Banuk territory, but as long as you know how to take down glint hawks, they're really not much of a pain. As you guys saw in the other video where we fought Derval, I doubt there's any fish gonna be in there. Can I just jump over this? That's exactly what I was trying to avoid. Because now I think we gotta follow the river out of here. Can I jump up on here? Yes, I can. There we go. So this is the area where we're meant to be. Still no raccoons. There are some medicinal berries right here. I really kind of don't like where this is taking us. I know that I know there's a possibility that there's going to be enemies that we have to fight. And there always is that possibility, especially doing a main quest. But we're coming up from so much fighting that, like, my resources aren't really depleted. We have a ton of metal shards, ropes, blaze, all that. It's just there's a ton of stuff that I'd like to get that I haven't yet because I really want to get better armor. Is this... What is this? I thought maybe like a tank, but this looks more like a building than anything. Let me... There we go, now I get the prompt. This one. Will it tell me? I'm just going over this. Maybe I should read these as I find them. That's something I should have been doing from the beginning. And that is something we will be playing Horizon Forbidden West. Probably next. It'll probably be similar to this in the fact that the gameplay is, you know, very similar by default. You know, it's a sequel, so it's gonna be close to the same concept, but a bit different. And it looks like we gotta climb up here. So I really want to play that next, because then I'll be I'll be like more in tune to everything. So, you know, if it's something like this where I'm like, oh, I should have been doing that.
Hard. Ferocious machines prowl every step of the climb.
More corrupted?
Not corrupted, but they will not tolerate humans.
So what else is new?
So basically, just like, if it's something like that where I'm like, I should have been doing that, because I pre-record a lot of my videos now, just because I have not had the time.
Stalkers in the open, watchers on the other side.
I don't like that. I genuinely, I don't have time to not pre-record videos anymore. Anytime I get a free chance to, I do. But like, my schedule, if I were to record one of these videos every Friday, I'd be exhausted. You know, because I don't just do YouTube. I have, you know, other things to do. I do work a job at the same time, so, you know, if that wears me out, the last thing I want to do is this, because as much as I love recording, don't get me wrong, I love being able to upload my videos to YouTube. That's not the problem. The problem is I just don't have the time with my other job to record and then edit and upload a video that same night. I don't know if there's any way I could avoid this stalker, but what I think might work is blast traps.
Out of range.
Oh, it's on to me. So hopefully it'll just come charging at me. And I'm hoping this will do enough damage to kind of blow it up. So we don't have to do too much. This is kind of where the tripcaster shines. Having no trip limit. You know, you can just put a ton of blast wires down, and then even some of the strong enemies will, sometimes you can just one-shot them. But now I need to figure out where the stalker went. I don't think I set it off fully. See, those little things are how the stalker can tell where you are and kind of go after you. I don't know if alert call really works on a stalker. Oh wow, he didn't even need half of those blast traps. I thought the Stalker was a stronger enemy than that. I just wasted a bunch of blast traps. Oh, there's more of them. So maybe I did not. I might have to work for one of these skills. How many of them are there? I do not want the Tripcaster. Oh, these things are easy to fight. Of course, I get hit after I say that. I thought those were gonna be much more difficult to take down. Shows what I know. I've been so keen on avoiding them.
Oh, useful.
I guess kinda just because I've played this game enough to the point where I know in the early game, like, one of the missions has a Stalker as like the main enemy, and I just kind of figured that they were a lot stronger. But I'm sure you guys are tired of seeing me running from my problems. So I think at least for this mission, I'll try not to. Plus, what fun is it if you do? I mean, really, it really does help sometimes, though. Sometimes the missions, you know, you just get out of fighting a bunch of stuff, and the last thing you want to do is fight more stuff. So sometimes that is why I do it. Actually, most of the time that is why I do it. Or, like, if I'm just traveling somewhere, like for this mission, if there was a better path to go on where I could just avoid enemies, I would avoid the enemies, because the last thing I want to do while traveling is take out enemies that are just in the way.
I doubt they think at all. More like an instinct, gathering them to her grave.
Oh no, what are all those? Flint Hawk, Ravager. Well, if I could... Because the Ravager is going to be strong. That's really too far away. The Ravager's strong. If I can just lure the Ravager into the blast traps, because the Glint Hawks are going to fly, I should be able to take the Glint Hawks out pretty easily. That's so weird to me. You can put one there and there and make it a tripwire, but if I try to start it there, it won't. I don't know how many of these things we need. I'm just gonna kind of create like an X pattern. Alright, so now let me grab more of those arrows as well. Maybe...
Start.
let's just kind of go. Because, I mean, they're gonna see me anyways. If I knock that Ravager cannon off, I could also use that heavy weapon. Oh, come on. There's more of these guys than I thought. What is that? There's 2 Ravagers? Just lure them this way. Lure them into the traps. Oh, come on. I need this other guy to be lured in, too. Did that one Ravager take all of those traps? Let me out of the way. No, there's still more traps here. Okay, now with the Ravager taken out. So Glint Hawk I can deal with. Where'd you go? Okay. We are still fighting it, so I hope this kind of satisfies those of you that were kind of disappointed about that. But at the same time, I have also explained why I do that. Even if I'm choosing the fight, I'm still fighting them. I feel like I'm pretty good at combat in this game. It's just I don't want to do it all the time, you know? This is my 3rd playthrough of this game. Yeah, this is my 3rd playthrough. I played it once originally. Not when it first came out, but when I first got it. And then I played it again to 100% it.
Looks good.
And then I played it one more time. Which is this. Yeah. I played it when I first got it. And then I ended up getting... Sorry about getting quiet. There was a siren that just went off. So I played it once originally when I first got it on PS4, and then I ended up getting a PS5, I replayed it on that after playing a little bit of Horizon Forbidden West. I found that game on sale. I think I paid like 15-20 bucks for it. And at the time, it was like, it wasn't brand new, but it was only out for a couple months. For some reason, the PS4 copy with the PS5, the free PS5 upgrade, it was only like 20 bucks, and that was a steal. So I played some of that game. I've never 100%ed it, never even beat it. I'm pretty sure I looked up what the last main quest was called, so I knew when I got to that point I would stop because I wanted to 100% it. But I never ended up doing that because after a while I just kind of got bored of the side quests. I didn't really think about like what the main story was focusing on anymore because it had been so long since I did a main story mission that I kind of just I still cared about the main story, don't get me wrong, and I wanted to finish it, but I got so focused on 100% completing it that I just didn't end up using it to my advantage to actually get what I wanted to get done. So I feel like a Let's Play on it is a great way that I can do kind of what I'm doing with this, and we can have a main story and then also side quests that we grind at the same time, and it'll be I think it'll be good. Where did you go? The thing, the Stormbird, especially in this quest, can kind of just disappear on you. These things are not easy to take down. And when you do get them down, they don't like to stay down. Probably didn't need to use a health potion there. You know what? I'm actually gonna use one of these. I don't think you can stack them, which kind of sucks. That's not what I wanted to do. See, this is my problem with the whole healing system, is you have to press Z and X to cycle through things, and then if you don't do it in time, you won't be quick enough and you'll die like I just did. It feels a little bit ridiculous. And I don't think you can just run away from this fight either. You're pretty much forced to fight the Stormbird.
Guess I'm almost there.
Correct.
Maybe I can get some distance on it. Yeah, we're not doing like anything for damage. I mean, actually, maybe if I can get along the right path. I might be able to run away from it. I don't know where to go after I get here, though. Oh, is it just right there? Because especially, like, if there's a cutscene, maybe this Stormbird will go away.
Gaia's sacrifice. It did this. Cracked the inside of the mountain like it was an egg.
Yes, yes. Quickly now. I've prepared the way ahead for you.
So you've been in here before?
To a point. You'll see.
Okay, I am actually genuinely shocked that that just worked, okay, guys? I genuinely did not know that you could run away from that Stormbird. And that just made this quest that much easier.
You made a climbing path for me, but left an army of machines for me to deal with?
Since when were machines any obstacle for you? If you could fly, I wouldn't have bothered with the climbing path either.
Well, if I could fly, things would be very different, because then I could fight the Stormbird in the sky, and we could be on an even playing field. Instead of the Stormbird being able to just fly away from my attacks and attack me from a distance, but then I can't get a distance on it. Alright, so now we found the Gaia Prime bunker.
This is exactly the kind of place I expected to find you in, Silence.
Thank you. It's one of many workshops I've constructed over the years. For years, I tried to get through this hatch. I drilled, I burned, I blasted. But we both know that you won't have any trouble getting through.
You make it sound like I should apologize.
Not at all. It never occurred to me that the way through would not be with force, but with a key. A key in human form. The failure of imagination was mine, not yours.
Looks like you've spent a lot of time here.
19 years ago, a great explosion destroyed this mountain. Gaia's death, your birth. The echo could be heard as far as the claim. Ash darkened the skies. How they fretted in Meridian as they tried to read this omen. The crater burned for weeks, but when it cooled, I was the first to behold what lay within. Over time, the machines closed ranks to protect it. Useful. Soon, no one dared to come here. Except me.
In her message, Gaia said we could restore her, but after seeing the damage, how could that be?
She said any effort to repair her must come after Hades is destroyed. I concur. Rebuilding the terraforming system now might allow Hades to use it as a weapon. Because of Gaia's sacrifice, it has been forced to search for means that are less convenient.
But do you think it's even possible to restore Gaia?
You know what the Cauldrons are capable of. How they fabricate any technology necessary to create a machine. By the same principle, it should be possible to replicate every technology necessary to repair Gaia. But that would take years. And we're counting the time we have left by the hour.
I thought you might actually be here this time. Actually, here.
Why? My presence is unnecessary. You don't need my help to pass through this door. You were the one born to do this, not me.
It's time for me to head in.
Yes. When you find the Master Override, you will gain the power to defeat Hades. Everything depends on you.
Alright. So, there's no data points or anything that are outside here. I mean, there's, you know, a workshop of silence making, but
Identity confirmed. Entry authorized.
it's
Dr. Sobek. You are clear to proceed.
not really that important. Versus, like, over here, there's a data point, so I'm glad that I'm going this way first.
Logging arrivals. Shan Margot.
Well,
No, I wanted that to play.
Logging arrivals. Shan Margot.
welcome to Frozen Hell. Population 10.
11 counting Gaia.
Don't count your chicken embryos before they're incubated, hon. She's still firing up. Be a while before you eat that omelet.
I'm vegan, Travis. You'd think we'd worked in the same secret base long enough for you to notice.
We weren't scheduled to shack up here for another 3 weeks. You realize I just lost 350 kilos of pre-code smug comics in transit.
Wait, actual physical media? Why didn't you have it digitized?
Can't beat the feel of physical media on your fingers. And in here, we ain't gonna be touching a whole lot else. Figured I was gonna pass the time archiving them. What about you?
Me? Work, I guess. My task queue stretches out for like 3 years. There's a lot of sharp edges to round off. After that, I hadn't really thought about it.
Oh, you will. You're what, 30? Reckon you'll be the one turning the lights off at the end. Food for thought, huh, vegan?
This sucks forever.
Nah, not forever. Just the rest of your life.
So that, seems like it's when they first got here.
Mind your footing.
Yeah, I can see that. It's always gotta point out the obvious. Yeah, there's nothing over that way that we need. So we're good to just drop down. Okay. So our goal is down there. Don't think it's yet, but this is what I was thinking of. Somewhere along one of these paths that has a rope on it like that you could slide down. I do believe is where the last power cell is. Is it? Actually, can I get it now? That's not that big of a deal if we take damage, because I'll just use one of my full health potions. I know it's here somewhere, so yeah, it's not back around
Guess
here.
that's my way across.
I think it's down this way.
It's, held like this for 19 years, right?
Well,
Don't answer.
Wait, that's the path I was supposed to go?
Glad that's over.
might jump cut. Because I don't think I can get back over where I was. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna jump cut. I'm gonna try that rappel point where I just was and see where that leads to. Okay, well, it turns out that was a huge waste of time because it just put me back here, so hopefully we can get that after this quest. Let me reload my weapons. And notch 3 arrows on them. So, yeah, hopefully we can do that. I think it might lead you to the same spot anyway if you repelled or if you took the way that I did.
Not this way. Maybe further up the shaft.
Are there any data points? Nope, just some items and resources. We've actually spent quite a long time doing this mission. I thought this was gonna be a little bit quicker. I thought we'd be further into
Must have been where they lived.
this quest by now. Not that we'd be done with it super fast.
Rock and metal.
Record. I just woke up. I see the numbers, but can't make out the time. I was dreaming of... I was giving a lecture in Q Hall. Maybe it was something more shamanistic. I don't know. An audience of shadowy faces under a blank open sky. I told them the world ended with a bang. A plague of robots. The last humans. We went out, not with a whimper, but a whisper. You know, in caves, ending like we started, huddled around a flickering glow. The heads of state, the Fortune 5s, the leaders and lottery winners and life cults, all of them buried in their little shelters. Some believing they'll live it out some way, somehow, or Elysium, or us here at GAIA Prime, no different. A multitude of tiny societies taking hold, flaring, dying. Some will be beautiful, some horrific, and none of them matter. Short-term civilizations. One last gasp before the long-held breath. Before I wake up, I know the audience is gone. I'm talking to myself, to a quiet planet, a barren sphere. Just Gaia and her long, long dreaming. I hope she won't be lonely.
Alright. So, obviously we know that, that person was probably living there. That was kind of like their room, like private to themselves. Which, I mean, just thinking about that, that would suck if, yeah, like there's a bed here, this was somebody else's bedroom. Like, you're just stuck in this place and you know what's going on. And there's nothing you can do about it either.
Evacuation happened so fast. No time to think things through. No time for goodbyes. There were lines in the medical ward. I told Tom Pake I'd be with him when he went under. But there was one last shipment of Paradis-Sade zygotes I could get processed if I rushed. I'm still angry at him for forcing me to choose. Angry at myself for... Well, he died alone. And I didn't get the bloody birds of paradise saved either. All the time left in the world now to think. Gaia Prime's logs are sealed. Elysium sealed up, safe and sound. A distance of miles, but it might as well be on the other side of the galaxy. All the betas and gammas and support staff living their lives. If I hadn't been an alpha, if things had gone differently, I could have been there. Instead, I'm spending the rest of my unnatural life in here with people I don't even like. And without the one I would have gladly spent my life with. Given a chance. 2 hours since I signed off on the final executables, and I'm already a bitter old man bitching to his focus. There's a thought for future generations.
Alright, so it does not seem like the people that were down here were very happy about it, but this, you know, they thought this was their only chance, and it, I mean, we know it pretty much was. But either way, their lives would have ended. So yeah, that's a really interesting thought.
Elizabeth's room. I know it. She didn't even get a chance to unpack. These are her journals. Elizabeth's journals. And they're all destroyed?
Scan them. The Focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow.
So those are all new. So like these, all of these files that we're about to get are just gonna say damaged under repair.
To us it seems a powerful device, but its engine is tiny and limited.
How slow?
Days, weeks, years. Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them.
Well, I mean, there might be useful information on the files that would help us, so hopefully it would
Elizabeth.
be quicker.
What is this?
This is Charles Ronson. I'm logging this 6 hours after final deployment of Gaia Prime. This morning, an access port seal malfunctioned. Gaia Prime's port seals were designed to close with a seam of less than 2 millimeters. But this one closed with a 10 millimeter gap. Enough for an energy signature to bleed through. Enough for the swarm to detect this facility. Enough for Gaia to be discovered and destroyed. Enough to end the future we worked so hard to make possible. Unless the hatch servos were manually re-engaged from the outside. I'm now switching to a recording of the event.
Well, I'm not going out there. Not what I signed up for.
Either we send someone out, or all of this was for nothing.
It should be Liz's decision.
So when is she going to get here?
She said 5 minutes. You don't think...
Oh no. Okay, everyone. I've repaired the seal. Gaia?
Seal closure at 1.4 millimeters. Confirmed.
Elizabeth, no. We'll find a way to bring you back in.
It's not gonna happen. The swarm's too close. Really. It's alright. Gaia's complete. She'll take care of things from here on out. That's what she does.
Not like this. There's so much we...
Guys, you know me. I'm no good at endings. At letting things end, so, let's not.
So, happy trails, Liz. And, see you around.
Yeah. Take care of each other, alright?
Liz.
I'm okay with this. I want to go home. Goodbye.
Elizabeth Sobek. She gave everything for the hope of life on this planet. And we are all in her debt.
Oh, there's a... I'll talk to Silence in a minute. I'm not gonna go over these data points right now. I just want to scan them. That one looks like it's out the door.
Aloy?
She's gone. Really gone.
You knew she couldn't have survived, Aloy. And her achievements were beyond exceptional.
While her people bickered, she was the one who took responsibility. The only one who could.
She was better than them.
That's not what I said.
She was. You shouldn't be afraid to admit it.
You think she was better because she was smart. Because she designed Zero Dawn, but you missed the point. What made her great was that she was willing to sacrifice herself. For others. For everyone who would come later.
No. She couldn't let her creation fail. You're confusing will for sentimentality.
You're wrong. Remember, she knew it wasn't enough for Gaia to think. She taught Gaia to feel. To care, to sacrifice, to believe in life. Enough to fight against hopelessness. If it wasn't for that sentimentality, life would have ended. You and I would never have existed.
Your argument is sound. I'm sorry for your loss.
She said she wanted to go home. Maybe.
What?
Nothing. It's time to go on.
I think it would really be interesting if they found a way to like preserve her and for her to actually live in this era and see what her creation has done. Obviously we don't know how things went at this point. We're learning as we're going. We have gotten a lot of data points. The one thing we have not gotten much of is these text data points in the world. But you can see we're only 40% of the way through the game. We've been playing for nearly 20 hours. Well, I mean just over 18, but by the time I get the next couple episodes done, we'll be at like 20. I have no skills I can spend a skill point on. But yeah, that would be interesting if like we eventually could actually meet the original creator. I'm gonna play this one.
Into their heads, Les. A whole lot of history. A whole lot of so-called truth. A whole lot of noise. It's not pablum, Les. It's poison.
So, that was interesting. I think you may be referring to the Cradle facilities and like Apollo, what they're teaching the future generation, but I could be way off about that.
There's another section at the back of the crater. Looks like it survived the blast.
Because it was armored, you found the control room.
I'm on my way.
I am so glad that I didn't die there because I did not realize that's what I had to do. I might push this episode past that 1 hour mark. We've been doing that a lot recently. Not by choice, but mainly because I wanted to finish out some of these episodes.
I've been taking a hard look at the project. In the end, it's simple. It's clean. It's clear. Erasure. Addition. By. Subtraction. I can make a better list. With a single stroke. Make it all go away.
I really don't like the direction this is going.
Continue.
I mean, Ted Faro, I feel like had some good intentions when he built his robots, but obviously he wanted to help with whatever war was going on or whatever. But also at the same time, the entire reason for life being extended was because of a defect in his machines. Now, where the heck do I go from here? I thought maybe I could just jump up here. Oh, I can. I was just being dumb, I guess. I was looking for like a actual like handhold. What is over here? Because this is part of the facility. Is this the path I was thinking of? Or does that just lead me in a circle? I think that just leads me where I just was. Yeah, it does. Okay, I just jumped off the edge. That way it was faster to get over here. I don't want to have you guys sit through that. So, I mean, what I'm searching for is the last power cell. So that's why I took that path in the first place. How'd I do this? Kind of jump up here, then there, then this way. So... I am very keen on finding that last power cell. It's the main reason why I'm doing this mission in this video, so I don't want to miss it. So if I see a path like that, even if it's the wrong path to go by, then my plan is to figure out where it is.
When I opened the hatch, the air rushed in from this side.
Because there was none inside the chamber.
But the Alphas were in there.
That's interesting.
I'm locked out of core control. Alpha clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance? Oh no.
Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay? To what I'm about to say. This isn't easy. See, please, stop trying to access the system, okay? See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. What I'm trying to say is, I can't stop thinking about the ones who come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted. We've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
Ted, it doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone. All of it. Every copy.
A sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice. It's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard. Millennia of culture.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But sometimes, to protect innocence, innocents have to die.
Emergency alert. Getting atmosphere.
Well, that is not good.
He killed them all.
So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance for an innocent future. Blameless men. He never saw the slaughter in the Sun Ring. Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated. Turned to dust. Scattered to the void, like the Alphas themselves.
No. Not a void. When the hatch unsealed and scattered their ashes on the wind, it took them out among the world they made. The world we're living in. It's a monument to what they died trying to accomplish.
A monument to oblivion.
Not oblivion, silence. Hope.
That, seemed a little unnecessary for him to kill all of the remaining people on Earth, though.
The Master Override. It's so small.
Now all you have to do is kill Hades with it.
Alright, so we got the Master Override, that's good. So now we have to return to Hades, or return to Silence Workshop. I don't know why I said Hades.
Is that good?
Try not to fall to your death. The Master Override doesn't override gravity.
Oh, thanks for letting me know that. So, how the heck am I gonna get up that way? Is it as simple as going through here? Does not look like it's quite that simple. Of course, it's not going to give me a path. So we have to get upward. Getting down was the easy part. Getting back up does not look like it's going to be easy, and it does not look like that's something I can hold on to. how the heck am I gonna do that? I mean, it can't be as simple as just climbing, right? Oh, maybe it is. Can I not get up there? Right, but then where do I go from here? I have to go around that. Can I hold on to this? No. Oh. I think it's this way. Can I really not grab onto that? Just gotta get the right spot, I guess. I'm assuming there'd be more. Do we have to go this way? Grab that. Is this where we just came from? No, not quite. Oh, there's the power cell.
Should be the last power cell I need to get to that ancient armor I found.
I thought you had to, like, go down onto these zip lines and everything. I didn't know it was right there. I'm glad that I found that. Alright, so now we can get on with this. Do I go this way? Come on. Now we'll finish this and then I'll end the episode afterward, and then next episode we'll finish Ancient Armory. We'll get all of that good stuff in there. I think there's like some health potions and some other things I couldn't pick up that I think I should have some room for some of it now.
You're here.
For a moment.
What?
Our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Go on.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire. Not Meridian. The Spire. Now why would that be?
The Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva. Its code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Faro robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems. Hades wants to send a new transmission. To wake the machines, so they can devour the world all over again.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse, the robots they've resurrected, they're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
I want you to tell me everything. Hades, the Eclipse. Everything.
It's a long story, Aloy.
Then get started.
It began with a focus, recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours was so many years ago. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception revealed, right before my eyes. That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jewel.
So you thought it was a titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. But this was different. This was not quite dead. It couldn't speak when I found it, until my repairs gave it a voice. So began an exchange of knowledge. It wanted to know everything about our world, its tribes and machines. But the Spire was always its foremost concern.
What did it want to know about the Spire?
Its precise location, the surrounding geography, who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology. It bid me to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders of one, anyway. I didn't care. I was learning so much. Physics, calculus. You have no idea.
And the Shadow Karja? How did they become involved?
The Karja Civil War was a happy coincidence. A perfect opportunity.
An opportunity? That's what it was to you?
Yes. Overnight, half the tribe was in exile, desperate to win back Holy Meridian. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades. Helis was there as well. And so the Eclipse was born. Anything to win back Holy Meridian.
But Hades didn't care about Meridian. And neither did you.
We live in a world of fallen cities and vanished tribes. What were a few more? Besides, I was too busy setting up the cult's focus network to Hades' specifications. A thrilling technical challenge, especially with the alterations I included of my own design.
The ability for you to spy on them.
Yes. I may have been foolish enough to serve Hades, but I was never so foolish that I trusted it. I installed what the ancients used to call a back door in the network. Secret access, empowering me to monitor all activity and communications.
What made you turn on Hades? It certainly wasn't your conscience.
Actually, I was troubled the first time I saw the Eclipse raise an ancient war robot with my technology. I questioned Hades about its intentions.
A little late.
Indeed. I'd already outlived my usefulness. When I completed work on the Focus Network, Hades summoned me to receive my reward. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order. I've been a fugitive ever since.
So when did I come into this? Our path together?
When Olin stumbled on you. System threat detected. That got my attention. A kill order against a savage Nora girl? Why would Hades bother with that? But then I saw that this Nora girl was wearing a focus. and bore an uncanny resemblance to a great scientist of the old world. Helis moved quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus inside the Nora Mountain. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your extraordinary nature and usefulness. Through you, I could finally discover the secrets of the Earth. I vowed to do everything I could to ensure your success. The rest, as they used to say, is history.
You've done terrible things, Silence. But you've also done what you could to undo them. I can't say you've balanced the scale, but at least you've tried.
To be clear, Aloy, I would do it all again. A few more safeguards, perhaps, but basically the same.
Really? So much for learning from mistakes.
I've done all I can. From here on out, the rest is up to you. Take my lance. Fit the master override to it, and you have a means of injection.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem. Silence! Where will you go?
Elsewhere. And everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And all this?
I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing.
Alright, so there are data points and everything, so I'm just gonna scan them. I think we might go over them soon. But I just want to scan them, and I want to get this done so I can get this episode ended. Because we are almost at the hour 20-minute mark, and I try not to go over that if I can help it. Alright.
I have to tell Avad that the Eclipse are ready to strike. After what happened with Dervahl, I know he'll defend the city. But the Spire...
So, that would be our next main quest. Which we're not going to do. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.